Alright, time to get started. Okay, so this shot going to be a Rotomation or Roto-Anim or soft track, whatever you want to call it. Many names for this type of thing. I think most people call it a Rotomation, but so I'm going to track this dog's head. Going to track the camera. I don't know if I'm going to solve the body, but we'll see when I get to it. But this one I might take a little bit. I might take my time with this one. I have a fair bit to do in Maya to get this body to work. So I don't know if I'm going to do this in one stream or two, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So first off, I got to knock out this camera. And I know this plate is a higher resolution, so going to bring down the resolution by half. Let's go half. Go. All right, so quick points. Very quick points. Walnut, hello. Walnut Stalker. Thank you for the footage. It's very clean. Very easy to work with. I should be locking onto these points, but I'm so confident that they're going to track well. Just fine. So I don't care about stabilization. Let's stabilize just for laughs. Perfect. Drop a couple down. Souse, hello. You've come to see a dog be roto-animed. Isn't that why we're all here? I guess it is. That joke doesn't work too well. Okay. That was a very poor attempt at a joke. Lisa's tracking's going by very quick. I could have just dotted down a whole bunch of points and let it fly, but I just like to watch them as I go. Like a proud parent. But this parent does not like training wheels. No, sir. Still done a couple points here. Cool, they look fine. You know, I'm not even going to lock them yet. I'm just going to dot down a couple more, let it go. So I don't have to highlight multiple times. Get as many foreground as we can. Gonna try to get as many points as I can close to the edge of the screen just to help out with the distortion calculation. And oh my god, the tracker died. Souse, did you know that you can change the blue background to a different color? Yes, you can. I'm pretty sure you go, don't you go like, I used to know how to do it. Well, I don't remember how to do it. I could have sworn there was a button here somewhere. Oh, what did I click? Is there like an invisible button there I'm not seeing? What is that? Oh, well, I can just cycle through this, I guess. Yeah, I did that. It was annoying. Annoying me, so I switched it. I used to have a heavily customized synthesize, except that menu, cycling through that menu to find what you need, find what you want to change, was so irritating that when my settings and preferences got reset, I was not about to sit and color everything again. All right, let's bring this tracker back from the dead. Walnut, it's like cam view background or something. Oh, can't, yeah. Good. I wonder if this point, if I make it small enough, will it die when the dead zone comes over? Nope, we're good. All right, Well, this camera's going to be done pretty quick. Oh, I locked it too soon. I should get something as close to the dog as I can. Okay, let's get a couple far points. Actually, this one I'm just gonna dot down a bunch of points and let it shotgun through. So this is a intersect. This is a fake point, kind of, but it's far away enough that it doesn't matter. Oh, let's get a couple random ones. I'm not really putting any thought into this. Go. Awesome. Control A, select all, and I'm gonna hit the plus key, hide or lock all of them. All right. So I could solve this now. I can go slow but sure. Don't want to do any of that. Calculate distortion on. I'm also going to turn on quartic. None of the far points went, and that's fine. Kind of expected. I'm going to take 2 points and tell them that they are far. So at least I have a couple of these points back here driving the rotation. The camera's probably doing enough of a move that, you know, these points shouldn't be far, set to far. But I just want something to lock the rotation. Not looking for extreme accuracy on the camera for this one. I'm just worried about the dog. Looks like we're fine. Brought in a number of those points, so that's awesome. And the distortion is not really worth it. But it's fine. All right, dog's head. The dog's head has enough of a free move that it's also going to help calculate better focal length than what the camera's probably providing. So we'll probably see that focal jump from, what is that, 18 to something else? I don't know. I'm not worrying about film back for this one. I'm pretty sure this was shot on a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K, and I believe there's an adapter or something. But I'm going to leave it. So add moving object. Alright, so here's where some of the more annoying points are going to come into play. I should probably stop tracking the tip of this nose. No, we're fine. This won't be too bad. This will be a breeze. All right. I'm actually not looking forward to modeling this dog's body. Should have just clicked that one down with a mouse. Bit of a waste of time. Okay, what can I get up here that won't go crazy? That looks pretty good. Keep with that. That point's a little dirty, but we don't care. Let's get this tuft of hair sticking up. Oh, this point's kind of a headache. I should just offset track this. Don't know why I didn't do that sooner. Alright. Don't trust this point all that much. Okay, get a couple points in here just so I can model off this later. I don't really see what this point's doing. This is just kind of a couple frames to help BS at some parallax. Tracker kind of dips down a little bit. Correct that. So what would this do at this stage? Let's just solve. Looks awesome. So did the lens change at all? Did a little bit, and distortion has adjusted itself some. Actually, quite a bit. That is a big change. Alright, so what can I harvest out of the side? For the sake of what I'm doing, this solve is actually pretty decent. That's pretty rough. That's pretty bad. What's up at this point? Oh, that fur is really moving. Walnut. I tried tracking the shot a couple days ago, just for fun, but couldn't tell what was deforming or not. Yeah, some things you just gotta track all the deforming stuff and just get the best you can. Some stuff it's just not doable. to get a rigid solve. So you just gotta high weight the trackers where you need the CG to stick. I don't like what this is doing. Some of these points are warping a bit too much. There must be something wrong. I'm gonna grab a couple of these. I'm gonna highlight these points at the front of the face. Color them whatever I want. Let's go F4. Now, is there any inverted stuff going on? Ah, it looks pretty good. Weird. I would not have expected things to go this poorly, like, solve-wise. Not exactly sure what I want to calculate now. I'm going to try to get his eye, at least. Too much to nudge, so I'm going to grab the target view. That point's pretty bad, honestly, but we're going to keep it anyway. Ooh, let's undo that. And is there much to salvage on the other side? How could this dog see? Alright, let's go P. Can't even expose enough to see his eye. So this might be the solve that I go with. I don't trust a lot of the hair. A lot of it is curvature and contours that I don't want to track. And looks like he's got very pliable ears and neck where anything I track at the back is going to ripple up, give me some warped solve points. Yeah, this might be what I go with. I might just refine this and go with this. Let me get something over here, just so I can use this to kind of help with the model portion. Sure, give me branching. Ooh, get something on the bottom here. Nice. Not too much there I'm comfortable using. I like this though. Don't like that point so much now. Not after seeing that. I should cheat this a little bit. So I'm going to go for this point. Just because I saw this little tuft of hair poke up at the start, so I can force that other point into a proper position. Or proper enough. This is very dirty. That was very dirty. Might as well bridge this, so I'm gonna unlock and let's go H by hand. by hand. Okay, now hopefully we'll see this point nudge itself over here. If not, that's fine, we won't use it. Cool. Helped improve the other one too. I think I'm happy with this. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. It's gone for like 10 minutes and suddenly you have a full object track. It's, what is it? 8 years of experience, man. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a little bit of minor scaling and clean up this camera a bit, clean up the head a little bit, and go from there. So, first camera. Actually, first, who's messaging me? All right. Camera. What was I doing? Plane. Nope, I was gonna scale, that's right. So, Earthling. I'm at such an absurd scale right now. Wait, what? Where is that object? It's so far out. So I'm going to take the hierarchy view, take the guy out of the object into the camera space, and now zero him out. Also zero out any rotations. There are none. Cool. Now where's the camera? Everything's so far out. Whole FX mesh is off. Okay, I'm gonna pretend that this dog is maybe about yay big. Okay. Okay. So 4. Gonna look at the perspective view for this one. And I'm going to level out this horizon. Also, things are a little bright, so I'm going to reset all this. And maybe we'll bring up the gamma. Also, I don't like the shading that's always on here by default, so I'm going to go View, let wireframes off. Okay, just a guess of where that horizon is. Somewhere around there, maybe. Alright, now, gonna place a plane. It's getting cut off by the image plane. There's 3 ways to fix this. One is you can drag up the world size. I'm going to kind of leave it around there, but I'm going to go to scene settings. Throw a 0 back here, maybe a 5 over here. Oh, it still doesn't want to go. Okay, third way. Scripts, projection screens, projection screen adjust. Apply. There we go. And I'm gonna take like 4 of these and drop on a mesh. And let's just turn on constrain and solve. Oh boy. Okay, what's the problem here? Object 1 is complaining because there's no constraints. Let's go and turn off Object 1, disable, come back to camera, go. Oh, okay. So let's try some frames as what? Nope, let's go to automatic, get some frames in here. Kind of trick it. Go. All right, so we got that. And I'm gonna go back into refine. I like this. So let's do a smooth on the path. You don't have to do this, but I like looking at the camera path just to see what my smooth is doing. I could just go ahead and hit smooth right away, but this smooth could be a bit too much. Handheld, these default settings, I believe, are kind of good for cameras that are on cranes, jibs, tracks. But handheld has a higher frequency movement, and I want to smooth out those higher frequency moves, but keep that general movement. So I'm going to turn the frequency up. So we still have most of that path, we just got rid of that high frequency jitter. So more, position, and get. So we have the smooth path loaded in, and position is going to lock to that smooth path. And go. So we should have seen some of these points change, and yes, they have. Our solve has been updated. And we're not going to touch it now, so I'm going to disable the camera and set our focal length to known. And we're also going to stop calculating distortion. So head track. Now we can turn this one back on, start solving it again. Oh my. We don't have constraints on this head, so we got to turn off constrain, go. There we are. And now I'm going to make sure that this head is scaled roughly to that person that I placed. So where's the head? It is probably way out. Oh no, it's very, very small. Very small. So we're going to go 3D, whole, scale. I could find roughly the actual position of where the dog's body is here. I'm gonna go back to camera and let's go somewhere here maybe. We're gonna turn on 0 weight. So I'm gonna hit W on my keyboard. So when I start tracking, it already has a calculated position in space, but it's not going to influence the solve. So we have a very dirty point here that doesn't mean much to it. I don't like where it went. I'm gonna try another one. Just to fact check the other one. Really? Okay. Sure. Let's bring the dog's head. Whoops. Oh, those points. Wait, what? wait. How did that work? Oh, I scaled the camera. Oops. So a hole. Okay, I think I like this. Alright, so I'm going to take all these head points and I'm going to go trackers, set seed, and turn on lock. So they're all going to stay in that same position. Now I can take and go to refine. I'm going to go filtering and we're going to get rid of any Z jitter. So we're going to go distance, smooth. You can see that our path has changed. I'm actually going to give it a little bit extra smooth. Now I'm going to reset that, come over to more, distance lock. I'm going to turn the weighting all the way up to like 120 and get that distance loaded in, constrain, and solve. Ooh. She'd be about halfway up somebody's calf in height in that position. Halfway up someone's... That's a tiny, tiny dog. Halfway up someone's calf. That's a small dog, man. Halfway up someone's calf. That is an extremely small dog. Oh, wait, no. Thigh. Okay. Okay, so I'm a little bit too small. But we're close enough. We got this. Okay, so old synthesize would have solved this no problem. But new synthesize, when I solve, I end up with this garbage. Oh, I love new synthesize. Just to test my Thera, I'm going to close this. Bring up old synthesize, and let's go here. Okay, and now, let's see if it breaks. Oh, look. Big surprise, it didn't break. But the solve has been updated, and it worked like nothing. Except, I just realized I have to undo that. Because, my other solve had a special distortion on. So just to make this easy, what I'm gonna do is turn constraint off. Whoa. Okay then. What do I want to do? So to make this easier on myself, I'm just going to disable. No, should I keep that? I should keep that. Okay, I'm gonna do something kind of dumb. Well, not really dumb, it's just gonna be a little bit annoying. I'm excited. When you get a shot, you can send a map work that fails and do synthesize. Yeah, I wanna have a shot that fails massively. I'm gonna eventually. See, that's the thing is I actually have to plan a stream that I know I'll fail, and that's not like the thing that I really want to do. I just got to have a lot of moving parts. I need a shot where it would benefit from you solving multiple objects and a camera together, because they will work off of each other, calculate distortion, get the focal length. Sometimes there's not enough data in a head or in a camera, but you can solve them together and they work some magic. And that typically has to do with zoom lenses. So when you get a zoom lens, now you have two objects, a camera, a zoom lens, some distortion, animated distortion. You get so many layers that would benefit from having a solve happen where they all just go at once, that I haven't seen new Synthis be able to do it so simply because of the fuzz values. But I will do that at some point. Okay, so oh yeah, I was gonna make this easy on myself, wasn't I? Let's just keep that distortion cleared. I'm gonna hit solve. Oh wait. We'll keep that. We're gonna disable this for now. We'll come back to it. Camera 1, automatic. Nope, we're fine. There. So it's not the most accurate way to do it by any means. In fact, let me. No, it's fine. How damaged is this now? Oh, I should do it. I should do it the right way. Okay, so I'm gonna do it a right way. I'm gonna apply this. So there is not so bad now. Now it's just kind of up to rolling shutter, causing some funniness. So we're back to special distortion. Now I'm gonna make this special distortion work in old Synthis. So I need to export an ST map. So to do that, we are going to apply the distortion. Man, it looks like it's almost nothing, but it's got that like mustache distortion. It looks like nothing, but that's a fair bit. So now I have to go to shot, right distortion maps. Let's just write it in here. So I'm going to go SEUD, so Synthis undistortion .exr save. And now I do have to undo earlier run, and I have to make sure that I clear this, and might as well clear this while I'm at it too. So now I can save. And we're gonna relaunch old Synthis. So now, the reason I did that is because the fancier distortion in the new Synthis will, if you leave any of those values on, it will screw over old Synthis. And it's hard to explain why, but you know, it's a thing. So now let's get that distortion. I'm gonna go hit P for image prep, and we're gonna go lens. And here you can get a bunch of lens preset stuff, but I'm gonna open up. There we go, our ST maps. So you would think you would take the regular distortion, but Synthis has a weird bug with those. So I'm gonna use redistort, and now I'm gonna come over to output. Come to distortion, and I'm gonna hit remove from trackers. So you see the trackers moved, they've been adjusted. So I can turn this off. I'm gonna come over to lens, and I'm going to open the this one. So now we have our actual distortion applied, and our trackers have been updated. So now we just have to solve. So with this version of Synthis, it's great because I can solve the objects together. It just worked. And did I have distance on the head? Yes, so distance just worked. And the camera just solved as well with the refine. It all just worked. It's easy. Okay, so I guess Just gonna take a final look at things, and I'm gonna be in Maya, where we're gonna start putting in this dog bod. I'm like 100% certain that the focal length is wrong. Well, it's hard for me to tell because the path does have about half a square of distance here and then half a square distance over here. So that looks like the spacing is correct. So two halves of a square. So there's like 2 squares of distance. I can't see where the trail ends behind the dog. So there's a good chance that the trail could be from here over to like somewhere over here. And I'm just... Yeah, it kind of does. Okay, the spacing doesn't seem too bad now, I guess. I thought it was a little bit worse, but just looking at the trail and trying to measure it out in my head, it's not too bad actually. Okay, now Maya. So I'm gonna go File. Thankfully, I don't have any project file stuff here, so I can actually show this stuff. I'm gonna go Maya ASCII scene. So we got our Maya ASCII scene here. I'm going to go save. And typically, I like the rotation order to be Z, X, Y. That is started frame 1. I don't want that. Z, X, Y, because this camera will work better in software like Nuke. And other software, maybe. So, okay. What's the calculated focal length? If you put in... Oh, let's see. Let's go back. Oh, I moved on? Nah, we got this. .92 inches. In the back, that 26.92 inches. That seems like a lot. Yeah, that's got to be millimeters. Oh yeah, yeah. 26.92. 22. Let's just roll with that. Now that I put that in, I'm just going to re-export this. So my ASCII, and I'm just going to save, replace. Okay. Pretty close? Nice. Oh, no, if that's pretty close, that's good. This dog head with the deformations and the moving fur did not give me as reliable a solve as I wanted. And the camera does not have enough movement to get distortion and focal length exactly what it needs to be. So not a very good shot to get a focal length from. Now, Maya. I'm going to go Control-O. And I can Control-V paste. And open. Come on. Awesome. I'm going to split the view, panels, camera, and perspective over here. Why is my film gate showing? Oh, title save. So now the footage over here. I am going to export the footage of the dog here. So we're going to come over summary, save sequence, open up the 3 dots. Images, and I'm going to click the first frame, steal that title. Oh, that should have been a better bracket or something in there. So I'm going to go UD, and I put on caps lock because there's cords dangling all over my desk. I butchered this, but whatever. All right. So hopefully now I can just type in UD underscore enter. Oh, great. Why is that not playing now? Okay, what did I do? One sec. Okay, what? Okay, what's the frame start? 193.211. 8. 193.211.7, 8. Okay, so it's got to be that massive. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can put in a dash right here just to give that some separation. Okay. I hate dealing with this. Hold on. So I'm going to do this a hacky way. Well, it's not really a hacky way, I guess. Actually, let's just start this thing at 1. UD, Kerma. Okay, so it's playing. Now let's just cheat and take the animation. Where are you? Oh, frame offset since it's a weird frame range. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Missed that. All right, so the camera and where is the object? Camera object, take these, and I'm gonna take this. Okay, so this is the frame and this is the value. Can I go, what is it? Negative equal, nope. Negative equals that frame number? Oh, it's close. All right, well, just do that. Easy. Last frame is what? 62. All right. That wasn't weird at all. Okay, so Basic build out. Aliasing, we'll take our plane, put a used background shader on it. Get on our wireframe on shaded. Let's do a little bit of cleanup. If you have HK tools, you can have bake camera. So I'm going to select camera and bake it and reset scale. Yeah, sure. Object. Does it bake too? Does it bake cam? Child space? Is child space the bake? Nope. Can I just bake the object with a bake cam? Really? So there's no bake object here. So what is child space? I don't know. We're just going to shift P this out. We didn't really move the group, so we could just shift P everything out. I could have just did that from the start. Go around. Shot cam underscore, what did I call this footage? I didn't really call it anything. Did I call it something? No, I didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna call it that. And the frame range is 62 frames. Usually objects that are not going to make the final cut, I like to drag them up to the top just because anything that's going to drive tracking below, I like to separate it and just put the original tracks up top. That's just a me thing. I don't know if anybody else does that. Set proxies. Okay. Let's group everything up. Camera, red. Set proxies, go with blue. Pick your own colors, whatever you want. And a fluorescent green for the locators. So I'm not going to spruce this scene up any further because I don't need it. Okay, now, the hard part of the stream. Let's turn off auto key for now, don't need that. It's bugging me that I didn't name this. So cam, set geo, locks. I'm going to put the original track on its own layer as well. Let's go yellow. Make its locators a little bit more visible. Alright, so modeling the dog. I'm going to select a point here. I'm going to make sure that I'm on the hotkey set for HK tools. So I'm going to go hotkey. I'm going to click hotkey and I'm going to watch the bottom until I cycle to HK tools hotkey set. Yeah, there it is. At the bottom it says HK tools. Because now, if you, what is it? Shift Alt C? Yeah, Shift Alt C is stabilize. Now you have this in Maya. I wish I could do this in Blender. If I could do this in Blender, oh my god. I'd be so happy. Okay, so what do I want to model this from? I think I'm going to model them off of a box. Where did I put my outliner? Oh, I closed it and I don't have the hotkey to open it now because of HK tools. Wait, can I put the hotkey into HK tools? Hotkey editor. Why am I blind? Oh, settings. Why are you choking, Maya? Okay. Um, Menu items. Outliner. Alt 0. Graph editor. Alt 9. Hypershade. Alt. Oh my god, GeForce has Alt 8 as a hotkey, so I can't just set that easily. Alright, whatever. Save. There we go. And that's mixed with my HK tools. Whoa, what happened? Oh, it's still working. What? That's annoying. Okay. So, box. I am going to take one of these locators and I'm going to... Actually, let's just model this within the object. So I'm going to take the polycube, give it one level subdivisions, hold D, V, snap. Oops. Put that cube under object and resnap. Guess that could be in symmetry. This is so boring. Most boring match move stream yet. Oh, that's pretty bad. It's okay, there's a dog in it. They make everything better. Oh, they do. I wish I had a dog. Wish I had the space for a dog. Okay, so that's gonna have to break symmetry later. So at this point, where is that sitting? Oh, that's way at the back. Let's just bring that down. Okay, let's get another loop. I can't wait until I can smooth this thing and it looks awesome. Looks like here I might be able to take the head and rotate it a little bit. All right, bottom. Let's see. Not much we can do with the hair sticking out. I'm not going to worry about the model like fitting 100% here because well, we're not going to be able to do it. Okay. The body. So the body, this is going to be kind of weird. Again, this is basically a base mesh. It's going to drive a... Well, okay. If I were to spend time modeling this dog, I would start with this base mesh, even though the topology is not ideal for modeling a dog. But once I've deformed it enough and did the rotomation, I would then model a proper dog, and I would wrap it to this. So now I'm going to start with the body. So the body, this is going to look a little bit weird probably, because I'm not going to model it to actually what it is. I'm going to imagine what the dog's posture is like, and I'm also going to model it as if it's not at a weird angle. So this is me imagining the width of the dog's body right here, these 2 points. And I'm going to take and form its neck. Again, I'm looking at this fake width that I have in my mind. Okay, so this is pretend. Now, let's see. This mesh here. So I'm going to duplicate it, Shift P, get it out of the object, and I'm going to zero it out. And I'm going to kind of sit it in the world space here. And we're just going to work with this now for just a little bit. Okay, so basic rig. First off, I'm going to make sure it's all clean. We're going to go modify, freeze transformations. There we go. No more transformations. And man, did I really make the neck like that? I don't like that. I don't know what the body looks like up at the for the camera view, but I'm gonna bring that in. All right, so I'm gonna split into a side view. Let's go front. Nope. Left. Sure. So I'm gonna go spacebar, skeleton, create joints, and how many joints do I want? I guess I want one for the body, one for the neck to kind of stretch around, and one for the head. And let's go shading, X-ray joints on. I hope that's okay. All right. So I'm gonna go this, then this, and skin, fine skin. Lovely. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna select the head, and I'm going to use my. I should just use the fancy one. I like NG Skin Tools, which is awesome. I bought this plugin. It's way better to rig with. Everything seems crooked. I didn't undo far enough. Oh, the dog's off center. Okay, well, undo that skin. So I'm gonna snap a point, and I'm gonna center it to there. There we go. Now it's perfectly centered, and I'm gonna freeze out that transform. So freeze. This, skin, bind. There we go. Now it's centered. And now, let's see, what have we got? Oh yeah, back to painting. So I should just use NG skin tools. I'm gonna go Maya Zone. I'm gonna try Maya Zone for now. So let's go Shift. No, just right click, paint skin weights. Oh, I love in Maya you can just right click and you have all your major modes. So easy. So I should have named this. Let's go call this root. And I don't know, neck maybe? And head. And we'll call this scrappy little guy end bone. Hey, glad to see you again. Will there be a dog in the bathroom in waves on the next stream? Dog in the... Oh, put the dog in the waves. That would be so good. So I've tracked this dog. There is a solve for this. Right now I'm just making the rig, and I'm gonna quickly paint this. So right click, paint skin weights, and let's just flood everything with the root. So I'm gonna go replace with a value of 1, flood. Now we'll go to head, and we're gonna go, let's go with a solid. I think I want to take this too, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want this. Okay, let's go smooth, flood. Okay, did I really want that? Oh, I kind of did. I like that. Yeah, I like that. That's simple enough. Okay, cool. So now, tracking. Let's attach this to the solve. I'm gonna go object 1, unhide. So for you that just jumped in, if I remember correctly, your name is Dimitri. Here's what we have. We have this solving dog body that I did earlier. Just the base mesh. And now I'm just gonna attach the head. Just the head's gonna be attached. Actually, while I have this rig here, or this bones, let's go set preferred angle. So if we ever mess with this, we can select this, right click, assume preferred angle, and hey. All right. So I'm gonna go to a frame like this, and let's roughly place this into position first. Actually, let's not roughly place it into position. Let's get a nice lineup. So easy way is to go make a locator, snap it onto a very easy to find point of the forehead, and now I'm gonna, with the locator selected, that new locator, I'm gonna shift select the rig, space, constrain, parent, and now I can move this locator, and that is my point of rotation. So I'm just gonna go right ahead, snap it right up here. So that is close enough, really. Whoop. I could have done a 3-point snap on a mesh, but I would have had to have done the control of this rig under another version of the mesh. A little bit annoying. I like just doing it manually. Especially when I'm not even at the point where this is at a precise state yet. So now... I'm going to go to the root, get rid of that point constraint, get rid of that locator. I don't need it anymore. And now, so we have the track and the thing lined up. Let's take this head And we're going to select our object 1 and our, just in case, I'm going to do this with a point like on its nose in case I want to do any fixes later. So I'm going to duplicate this, put it under object, and I'm going to make this my offset control. This is what's actually going to be driving my track. So I'm going to take that and this, constrain, parent, and oh, I constrained the root. Why did I do that? So this and the head, constrain, parent. There we go. Now you can see the body is just kind of, actually I can hide this now. Also, let's turn the stabilize off. Watch, it'll screw up again. Shift Alt C. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. That annoys me. Cool. That's satisfying. So now I can take this and I can, because the top head is constrained, I can move this body around. And I can hand animate it myself if I wanted to. Just for a little preview, I am gonna just take a little smooth to this, linear, push strength up. See, this is looking cool, man. That looks awesome. So let's undo that. Okay, so now the semi-annoying bit. You know what? I'm going to put more of the influence of that neck piece onto the body itself because it's kind of lagging behind there. So take the mesh, paint skin weights, root. And now that blue, let's maybe try a value of 0.75. So it's not completely stuck to the body, but it does have a bit more drag. Oh my god, I think I nailed it. What are the odds of that? Okay, so now that I have this, now we're gonna do a little boring part. I'm going to start manually positioning a lot of these points. So I'm gonna go and take one of these. Let's go deform. I'm gonna add a cluster. Clusters can do some funny things at some strange angles, but a shot like this is fine. Oh, I don't have auto key. Definitely not going to spend much time doing these. CG Rockstar, good morning. Just woke up. Nice, starting your day. Starting your day. My day will be ending here pretty soon. Just want to knock this dog out, metaphorically speaking. And then I'm looking forward to passing out. Alright, so I'm going to go spacebar, recent commands, create cluster. Again, if I were doing this seriously, I would watch that point. I would go frame by frame and nudge every one of these points into a perfect spot. Well, we ain't doing that. We're going to get it just close enough. Nice. Let's just worry about the bigger points. We all got opposing time zones. Yeah, we do. Oh, man. I'm actually really feeling the tired now. But I'm so close. I'm so close to this. Alright, give me another big point. Let's take 2 with 1 stone. Walnut, 2:30 a.m. for me. Me too. Souse. Oh man. The stream is too important. Oh, that gives me meaning hearing stuff like that. Hearing that the stream is important to someone. You cherish this, and I will cherish you. But I promise I will not be that creepy going forward. Great cluster. Is that part of the footage obscured by my face cam? Nope, we're fine. I do cherish this. It is totally okay. CG Rockstar, what days are you streaming? Like, got a schedule or just randomly when you get time? I just do it randomly when I get time. I wish I can set a schedule and then like kind of figure out who's in the most common. Like I would love to like put a little poll in the Discord and say, all right, what are the best times for different groups of people? And just, I would love to set a schedule. But man, track VFX work is so heavy right now. And yeah, I just can't get a schedule going. So unfortunately, people just gotta tune in when they can. Ooh, we can get a good one knocked out here. Thankfully, this is going pretty fast. We're not going to be spending too much time on this. This is awesome. This is going to be the level of rotomation that you could use for effects, basically. If you were doing texture work, like I'm not really watching to see that these points are sticking 100%. So this isn't very suitable. This is suitable for like a relight or some smoke or something colliding with them. Things that don't have to stick. Whoa. I didn't know you had a Discord. Just joined it. Oh, nice. Oh. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, the Discord, I'm going to start trying to give people a better heads up in the announcements bit. Gotta make a better habit of that. Ooh, let's knock this. Oh no, don't do that. Let's take this. I like this point. Man, I wish you can hide the manipulator and still be able to middle mouse move this. Such a shame I have to look at this while I move. Did I just knock out all the big points? Man, I might be done this after this edge. Let's see. Saus, if you were doing something like this for work, how long would you generally spend on it? It depends on what it's being used for. So let's pretend this was going to an effects artist, because maybe there was some mist or smoke that was sweeping over. Mist, like you can have mist or debris or even some relighting and some shadows. You can have that stuff land on some pretty loose geometry. And then comp will go and warp and like make sure it displaces with surfaces and clean it up. Because there's not much you can do with a mesh in cases like that. So let's pretend they were just going to relight this dog and maybe a big puff of smoke was going to come hit this dog. I would be doing exactly what I'm doing now. So how long have I spent on this? An hour and 30 minutes on this dog so far. I'd probably spend 3 to 4 hours to make sure it's a little bit better than this. But honestly, we would send something like that. Well, you'll see when I smooth it and add some more geometry. We send something pretty close like this to some effects artists. Now, if you were going to texture this dog and maybe some artists really want to make sure that texture can at least latch onto the fur as best you can, we would actually stabilize on these major vertices here and make sure they all stick. And then when you subdivide this mesh, we would make sure that all the major points that are visible are sticking as well. And we would just subdivide and go as high detail as we need to go. And a shot like that, if they were texturing something like this and they want everything to stick, that might take us 8 hours for maybe a shot like this. Might take us 8 hours, sometimes 2 days. But again, this shot is not too long. This is a very clean shot with just a head and a body. Other shots where it's like arms and stuff, sometimes the shirt deforms. Sometimes a shot might take you a week. There's a shot for there is this insane shot. Where is it? Hold on. This scene right here, this is insane. So this rotomation, this hand, these hands right here, so that alone, just that first, so what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 seconds. So what is that, like, I don't know, close to 200 frames almost, just right there. So those hands alone might have taken an artist maybe 2 days, 2-3 days. And now look at how long this shot is. And all the glass has to be tracked. Hello, Casey Neistat. And so yeah, her head was tracked, her whole body's being rotomated right now, and the camera is just doing crazy stuff in the lighting. This shot, there was an article on this, and they spent months doing this. And it was multiple artists working on this. But they had to texture her. They had to put the ice crystals on her, and like she's being textured and warped everywhere. You can see kind of the fringe where it's her skin and the coloration changing. Yeah, the shot's insane. The full clip is just insane. It's one long crazy. This is scary. This is scary to match move right here. You could see there's also a little bit of a swimmy movement. Like it's not perfect. Look at her shoulders. Shoulders are hard. Joints are really hard. So if you watch her shoulder, you see it has this weird unnatural move to it. The geo is expanding and bubbling because they didn't quite nail it. 120 frames at 24 FPS for 5 seconds. Yeah. Oh, wait. Sorry, I missed a few messages. Let me ask you, do you plan to post lesson materials, footage for practice in the future? I guess it's easier for me to rent a camera and lens. Honestly, you can ask me. You can any footage I work on, just ask me. I'll send it to you. Yeah. I would love to have something set up in the future. If this ever got bigger, I want to start teaching more than just match move. But if this ever gets bigger, I'm going to start to invest in some services that'll allow me to dish out some files and stuff to people easier. Walnut. This is my shot. I can post it in Discord if you want. Oh, nice. And then CG put the time in the frames. Saus. Wow, that is super intense. IE. CG. Maybe a good idea for Patreon. Give access footage. Dropbox. Google. Yeah, I would love to. Thanks. I will write to the Discord after the end of the stream. For sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Unless you're busy, Walnut. This is Walnut's. Walnut Brain. Or Walnut Stalker. This is his shot. But if you're too busy, I can post it. Okay, so did I knock out the major points in this? Let me bring down the neck. Because I'm going to be able to add a division level to this here in just a couple minutes. And we're very close to having this done. It's such a careless way to match move. Let's get rid of that. Cut. Cut. Okay, so I think I just want to raise up the head here. So I'm going to go, let's create another cluster. I learned a new trick. We hired somebody at Track VFX here recently, yeah, we hired somebody, and he is awesome. He's really good at Rotomation, and he's hopefully going to help us out with a lot of really cool stuff. He showed me a cool trick with a mesh thing that I might touch on here at some point, but for now, I'm using clusters to position these points because sometimes on rigs, depending on who does the rig, you could see that this does not warp with the mouse. And yeah, there's a way around that. And I can sculpt this live in a much better way, but I'm not going to do that for now, for this one. Okay, okay, I see one more point. And then let's subdivide up. Get some more polys. Create cluster. Walnut. No worries, I'll do it. It'll be in the chat and questions channel for anybody who wants it. CG Rockstar at Kelvin. Maybe create a channel for assets on Discord. That would be good. Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. But I still have to set up a server or something to allow the downloads. Because I don't think Discord does not allow you to upload the certain file sizes. Somebody actually told me about a service. I don't remember what it was, but I'll find it. Somebody told me about a free, was it FTP or something? It's open source. So my computers are always on. So I could just set this up and people can download it whenever they want. All right, I knocked out the major points. Let's subdivide. So subdividing this. Let's save. Yeah, max file size is 8 megabytes. I have one for free assets, plugins, code, etc. Dumping stuff, what I can find online links. It'd be super slow, just use Google Drive. Google Drive, I've noticed, has some limits. I want to use something that's future proof. Oh no, wait, before I subdivide, I see something. This is kind of extreme right here. Actually, that might not be too bad. Let's just see. Okay, so smoothing. If we were going to add divisions to this, whoop, wait. Okay, so you could smooth this up, but I just want to say a couple things first. Then you pay half decent file storage. Dropbox. Yeah. I want to use that that open source server thing. Okay, so quick thing I want to say before I subdivide this up is this is your point where if you see any very significant parts of the head that you want to handle now, this is where you have your chance where you can model and you can take this stuff, let's go create cluster, and you can shape out more as you need and keep deforming it. So yeah, now is your chance to go and handle this kind of stuff. So you can do that anywhere. The more divisions you add, not too big of a problem. Just don't try to oh my god. Oh, here we go. Don't put divisions so close together. Please do not put edges close together, because when you smooth, it's going to cause some weird, funny looking artifacts and you're not going to be happy. So with that in mind, you can put any details that you want at this stage. If you see any major moving parts, this is where you want to handle it. If you get a point like this to stick 100% and a point like this to stick 100%, when you smooth and subdivide, all the new vertices in between, they should stick like 95%, and then the adjustments to every new vertice becomes less and less the more resolution you get. So if you start and nail your base mesh, make sure all your points stick, that's going to mean a lot less stress and work down the line. So shift, right click, let's go with the smooth options. So smoothing, when we smooth, if I hit 3 on my keyboard, you could see we have this smooth mesh, and that's the pretty standard thing that every program does. Has a hotkey for it. This is an exponential smooth. You could see that we've eroded away our details. So we've lost all of these features. That it damaged the integrity of our track. If I hit 2, you could see there's our smooth mesh, there's our original mesh. Like, you could see how much we lost. So what we want to do is we want to go into the smooth options and don't use exponential, jump to linear. And linear, you want to make sure that these are your settings. Push strength, set all the way to 1. Because now when we smooth, look at that. Wait, let's go over to the push strength here. So if I turn it off, you can see here's exponential, and here is where it's keeping the position of the original points. So now all the new in-between points, you could just go and animate them. You're already having a better time. Can you undo it and go to attribute editor? Attribute editor, why attribute editor? Undo the smooth? Oh, wait, let's see. Hey, before you smooth, can you undo it and go to the attribute editor under smooth? Oh, you're not gonna find this. Okay, you wanna go to smooth mesh. You're not gonna find that kind of smooth. It's actually in the manual of Maya. You cannot do a linear smooth with smooth mesh. I'm 100% certain it's not here, because I've searched forever. I've hit every button, and it also says in the manual you can't. But no, I get where you're going. I get where you're going with it. If they can add that, man, if Autodesk can add that, that would, oh my god, I would be so happy. Because then I could preview my high res as I'm live manipulating my stuff and not have to worry about the extra history. I trust you? Yeah. Better trust me. But yeah, I wish I can have that, because then I can live view my smooth without adding extra history. I have a method to do it, but you have to duplicate the object, wrap it, and then smooth it, and then manipulate your low res. So with that being said, let's go to smooth, linear. Oh no, my camera was not locked. There we go, that's where it was. And smooth. I keep forgetting that this HK Tools camera does not, or script does not lock the camera. Let's lock, also lock the scale. Actually, let's just lock everything. There we go. Never touch your camera again. Saus, I need to sleep now, but thanks for the stream. It was quite cool and also helpful. Have a good rest, man. I need some rest here soon as well. CG, what is the HK Tools? Oh, HK Tools is... You can Google this, HK Tools, or if you look on the Discord, there is a little scripts. There's a scripts thing, which I think only has one thing on it right now, maybe. But it has a link to HK Tools. This is a couple baking options for cameras. Create cones for trackers, switching your camera views, Z-Lock Maya. Z-Lock Maya, I can't remember what that is. I actually don't use a lot of these. I installed the script because you can stabilize. So if I go Shift-Alt-C on any point, there we go. You can stabilize and actually work on stuff. Unfortunately, I can't get out of it without it doing this, so I gotta now reset my viewport. I don't know why. Never used to do that. It used to work flawlessly for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a couple more changes on this, and I don't want to do too much more, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a bunch of points on the head, and now space, cluster, and if you right click your mesh, come to paint, cluster. Is it 10? Is it? Nope. What's the last point? 18? I don't know why Maya does this, but you go paint, there's cluster, and then there's cluster, and then there's cluster. This is so stupid. So where is 10? It doesn't always do that. I don't know why it does it now. What is that? Oh, sorry, 18. Oops. And now I'm gonna go replace with 0, flood. Now let's hit the top. We'll go smooth, hit it a couple times. And now I could do this. I'm gonna go to a frame where the head's like kind of nice. Maybe a little there, put a key. We'll Google it. Nice. Yeah, it's really handy. It's handy to have that stuff. It's nice that the guy put it up for free. Paint cluster, let's see, 19. Get our settings back, replace with 0, flood, and we'll get another big soft hit. Actually, let's make sure that I paint a little bit on the other side. And we'll smooth. Found it on your server. We'll check it out. We'll check it out post stream. Nice. Yeah, I hope it helps out. if you ever have to do any of this. All right. So I don't know how much more I want to do on this. So I could go and, by the way, if you want to do anything fancy with this, like you can go ahead and do a bunch of weird, trippy stuff. And thanks to Maya's history, all that stuff just kind of follows very easily. Gonna undo. Or maybe you want some weird, what could I do? Let's go do this. This is more work than it was worth. I was gonna say, or you could do this weird little thing, and now I'm like sculpting a dumb cube to this dog. This is, what a waste of time. Because you could take any shape you want, like take your mesh, deform, wrap, and hey, now you got some, whoa! I actually don't know why it's warping like that, that's new. Haven't seen that happen. Well, I'm gonna look into that another day. I'm too tired to figure it out now. I know a way around it. I already know a way around it, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do much with this. I think I'm done. Let's just put it on another layer, give it a color. And let's hit it with another smooth. Maybe we'll hit this one with an exponential smooth because it gives a much cleaner, cooler result. Linear smoothing, because it can't move the vertices, it has no freedom to give you a cleaner result that's more desired for modeling. But once you get a high enough division, sometimes it's nice just to use the exponential and it gives you this really nice clean result because that looks awesome now. Oh, okay. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do. I think that's it. Oh, let's see. What about hair fur? Have you ever had to rotomate that stuff? Yes, I've only done it once, and it wasn't much because people know that you can't do much with it. There was some girls' hair blowing, and we had to like just put a couple points on it and make sure the plane followed its motion. So that I don't know what they did to it, honestly. It wasn't hard, but nobody really asks us to do that, thankfully. Yeah. So I'm done this. I'm not going to do much more of this. I'm finished. So if anybody has any weird questions. Did I arrive just as the stream is ending? Yes, you did, Aaron. Nice, CG Rockstar, nice. Walnut, out of curiosity, what sort of non-match move stuff would you do on stream? Dude, I just want to start doing my own projects because I've done some projects. I've done some little fan short films in the past. I've done some contest stuff. Here, I'll show you something I did in 2 weeks for a Film Riot contest. So, this is stuff that I would like to do on stream that don't... Oh, wait. Aaron, no worries. I'll watch it back tonight. Awesome. Can you do a backflip and somersault? CG, I will hurt myself. Since you asked if we had weird questions... Oh, yeah, I saw it. I'd love to watch you do stuff like that on stream. So I can do some basic generalist stuff. I'm not the best. I haven't done generalist stuff I studied everything I could in school. but I've never gotten a job where I got to put it into practice. So now I'm just in this weird space where I can do some stuff, but it's not like particularly amazing at all. So I want to just learn everything I can. I think I'm going to tackle Blender and then see if I can, just because, you know, Blender's free. If I had the money, it would definitely not be Blender. But yeah, I just want to do everything. I see people like game developers and all that stuff doing all their cool stuff on stream, and I wanna sit and do that stuff. So really, whatever I can. I just want to plan a project and do that on stream. So maybe not even teach it if I'm not, because I don't want to teach something if I can't teach the best method for it. I'm not a master at effects. I'm not a master at texturing and stuff, so I don't really want to show off that stuff and say that here's the greatest way to do it. So it'd probably just be me like trying my best to do some shots where hopefully you get some good match move stuff out of it. And I don't know, just see what I can do with some stuff as best as I can. I'm so tired. I actually don't have the thought in my head. This shot was cool. This was hard to do. This was a couple match move arms, some repo, and both these arms are 3D. This one I didn't color very right. Yeah, I'm tired. I can't. I need to sleep. Okay, what was I didn't see the message. CG, oh, that's a cool shot. Walnut, even if you just share your screen while working half the time, it'd still be useful. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I would love to just let things go and just let it stream. See if anybody cares to watch. You made this shot? Wow, what's the link? The link? Aaron, go to sleep. Thanks for the stream. Well, that's a little bossy. Okay. I'll go to sleep when I want, not because I was told to. No, I'm just messing around. CG, were you talking about the link to that? Yeah, I'm very sleepy. My nephew and I went an hour drive away to this other city and just went for a walk. Vimeo link. Okay, I'll send you the link to the Vimeo. Don't judge my reels. Especially my first reel. It was a mess because at school there was like everyone had 6 months to do their final demo reel, but I spent so much time trying to help and learn from others. Because like the best way to me to learn was to see other people's problems before they happen to you. I didn't spend a lot of time on my demo reel. I spent like 4 weeks, and everybody had 6 months. And on top of that, a good friend who built my first computer, I told him like, okay, well, I'll help you a shit ton with your demo reel since you're helping me build. And he was rendering and all the stuff on my machine as well, so I didn't get a whole lot of time on my reel. So don't judge that harshly. Also, I've never really made a demo reel to properly get a job. So my demo reels aren't the best, at least in terms of what you should be showing an employer. I still want to do a talk with my boss on stream sometime, or a YouTube video for the channel, and just say, hey, here's what we would love to see in a demo reel for Match Move. Okay, don't worry, no judgments. We all start somewhere. Yeah, I really gotta update some stuff. All right, cool. I'm gonna go to sleep. Where's this stuff? End? Hey, thanks for watching. I hit the right button. No, I definitely appreciate it. If there was any lingering questions, I'm gonna sit here for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, maybe a minute, just to make sure there's nothing lingering that I should address. Good night, brow. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you for watching. I see there's 5 people. Thank you for stopping by. And enjoy. Good night. Thank you for the stream. See you next time. I appreciate it. Thank you for the footage. Thanks for the footage, Walnut. It was fun to work on. Karma is honored to have been tracked on stream. Alright, well, I'm gonna have my people talk to you and Kerma. And we're gonna get Kerma on call for the next stream, and Kerma's gonna walk through the creative process. And we're gonna get some Squarespace sponsors for it and everything. It's gonna be great. Alright, cool. I am out now. Thank you. I do have to come back and just point out that it's funny to see that there's just 5 people chilling, probably listening to the music. I was just waiting for this graphic to like loop back, get those triangles out of there, so I could end the stream on a white screen. It's just funny to see that there's 5 people still chilling. Alright. Have a good night.